Did that skip? Or am I just dumb? We'll play this playlist. We'll play this playlist. Sorry, I know I'm going on a few tangents tonight. I apologize for that, everyone. The company is out to make a lot of money for a few people. Exactly it. Usually the CEO. Usually the CEO. So, but yes, Disney at the end of the day is a company that needs to make money, and for some reason they just want to keep making money. So you know, and I think a lot of people, sometimes myself included, like I was literally just, fawning over Star Wars, and Disney owns that, dude. Forget that these companies are, at the end of the day, probably not the best and have a lot of dirty laundry. And so, but we forget because we're either blinded by nostalgia or the theatrics and shit that they put on in the public eye is more than enough to make us turn a blind eye or just straight up forget. So, yeah. I saw Frozen and Lion King back to back, and Frozen was much better, but part of that was the audience at LK were so poorly behaved. What? Really? You're kidding. I've been super lucky whenever I've been to a musical, because all the audience is super respectful, actually, because they actually genuinely want to be there, which is a big plus. But yeah, I actually genuinely wanted to do musical theatre before becoming a professional ballet dancer. Obviously, I don't do that anymore because I'm a special ed teacher. But yeah, I was a ballet dancer prior to being a special ed teacher. So where's this piece, dude? There it is. Cool. Bad audience can ruin a perfect performance. Exactly. Yeah, post-lockdown audience seems to have forgotten how to act in public. Oh, I feel like everyone forgot how to fucking act in public, dude. After COVID, because they're just so used to being just weirdos at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not cool. I do musical theatre and choreography on the side. Yo, really, dude? That's fucking insane, dude. That's sick. Big respects to you, man. Big respects, because I used to be a professional ballet dancer. Choreography was unfortunately my weak point with stuff. I was trying to actually get better, and then COVID hit, so that kind of stopped. I've been on both sides of the stage for bad audiences. It's so much worse performing for a shit audience than watching. As a viewer, you can kind of ignore it, but when you're on the stage, it's literally all you can focus on. I've been very fortunate. I've been very, very fortunate. with when I performed that I never actually had any bad audiences, which is super nice. Like there was the few odd occasions where they wouldn't like when other audiences would normally clap, they didn't clap and stuff like that because someone did an insane solo or something like that, and then the audience just didn't give a fuck or like something like that. So but yeah, it as they say, it is what it is, really. It is what it is. So yeah, sorry, just closing a few tabs there. I don't want I don't want fucking Google Chrome to suck the processor off so hard that it ruins stream. My worst audience was doing Swan Lake, and they were all just talking constantly and yelling at each other because they got too drunk. Wow, in Swan Lake. Yeah, right. Cool. Yeah, right. That sucks. What were you in Swan Lake, if you don't mind me asking, Haley? We've had some audiences who have been really into what we do. When I worked with the Vita, there was one audience who didn't clap after a big sequence, but it was because they were just captivated. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's actually, yeah. Wow, okay. I didn't think of it in that way, actually. Yeah, I didn't think of it in that way at all. That's very true. That's a good way of thinking about it as well. My worst was when the audience kept spamming, "It is what it is." But it is what it is. Oh, dear me. Fox, though, it is what it is. Also, did Dragon end up jumping in? I was on one of the 4 signets. So, a pretty prominent role. Pretty prominent role. And that's a fucking hard dance. Like, that ain't an easy task to do. Right. Oh, it's the door. I see now. Yeah, if anyone's seen the scene,